Helokawans, in session 13, illuminating conversations were had and some secrets were shared in an ad hoc discussion while everyone else was partaking in festivities. Old Man Jaka had agreed to share some key locations that might be helpful to the gang, and everyone does a bit of self-discovery before bedding down for the night. Almost everyone was having a great night's rest until Bosk had a strange dream which turned out to be a bit of a waking nightmare. She immediately enlists the help of Gunlog and Ghost, which was where we left off. Valerius, I would like you to give me a perception check with disadvantage because you're asleep.
Okay. Out of sheer curiosity, does any of my constructs bother to wake me?
No.
Okay, that is unfortunate. Okay.
Yes.
Disadvantage, yes.
Nothing
Imagine
of
Valerius
notice
going,
happened.
14.
"Please wake me
14.
if Bosk has done this specifically."
Okay. This is more a question for Gunlog. How discreetly are you trying to do this, or are you obviously casting a spell?
To
What do
be
I feel
fair,
like
I
I'm-
believe we've gone into Valerius's little dome, haven't we, to do this?
Yes.
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 And I'm
Who
doing it at
else stays
whatever
with
level I
Valerius?
need to make sure that the spell will be effective. Like, I know it's nighttime and there's no other noise here that's like drowning out anything I'm trying to say, so I'm not yelling.
You mean, isn't the question more like, how subtly did we bring Bosk in like a
Very-
ghost, like manhandling her and taking out the clothes to look at everything and all that? Like, how subtle was that?
That
I
is
think
true.
it wouldn't have made much noise because I would have been like, yeah, okay, let's go into the tent so we can make sure.
It's like low conversation, right?
Like I
rather
wasn't
than-
trying to escape or anything, so I don't think it would have been.
So I know Bosk and Ghost would be quite discreet, although Ghost will have like a vice grip. But Gunlog is the one casting the spell in haste.
Yeah.
So
Yes, and she's a
The-
little bit stressed with
Yes.
this whole situation. Not gonna lie.
so
So she's not like being considerate of noise, but she's also not like
okay,
yelling. 'Cause I
roll
don't think it's necessary. That makes sense.
roll for performance.
Oh,
Interesting choice.
what's happening?
Song and dance.
Don't like where this is going, but okay. Come on, Gunlog.
Oh, okay, you don't wake up.
Valerius just
Yeah, so
Nice.
what happens
Oh,
is as Gunlog casts the spell right in the middle, everybody sees Valerius just grunt and then move to the side and continue sleeping. And
All of us will look at him and then look back at what's going on.
Valerius like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
that turns around.
He's like,
Very
it's not
good, very good.
Fularius. Fularius is running after you. Oh no. Anyway, Gunlog's spell lights her hand up, and the light travels to encompass the entirety of Bosk. Dr. Bosk, who once upon a time had finished her medical training and promised to uphold the safety of her patients above all else. First, do no harm. Bosk, you brace for pain as the electricity of the magic builds into warmth, but eventually, never really crossing past the threshold of comfortable, very against your expectations. Can I ask if you have anything dire health-wise that might be causing you grief?
Not to my knowledge, no. Because
come
I've casted the detect poisons and disease a few times and never picked up anything on myself. So
Okay.
based on that,
I'm gonna say that although you had not finished a proper night's rest, you feel rejuvenated.
Oh.
None worse
Very
for
nice.
wear. For the two of you, good luck. You see the light flash in front of you, encompass Bosk, and then disappear.
has
Ghost,
anything happened?
you keep holding on, and nothing has changed. Bosk, you know it worked. and Gunlog as well. You know your spell worked.
Did you work on the thing?
Is it successful?
The spell was, but I don't think it did anything.
That makes sense.
What do
I
you
don't
mean
feel like
makes sense?
anything's
How does
wrong
that
with
make sense?
Ghost. I
You-
think I've figured out how I got out of those manacles. How tightly is Ghost holding me?
Very.
Okay, I shall use my once a day ability to
Oh.
escape
Oh.
his grapple for fun. Let me find it. Here you go. She makes a gurgly noise in her throat, and then you feel like a gooey film sort of cover like all her clothes and all of her, and then she kind of just slips out of your hand, like you squish, and you squish like through her arms, and she just moves a bit forward. I use this.
Ghost will immediately get up and stand in front of stand in front of Gunlock.
I
Hostilities.
I look down at my hands. No, whatever's happened through the course of these past 200 years, I'm not the same.
What the hell is it? Start talking.
I don't know.
You're the doctor.
I haven't had any chance to properly observe myself.
I want to like kick Valerius a little bit, just on the shin, just so he can like wake up.
Is it
We
my
have a
turn for watch
problem.
yet? What? Valerius turns to look at Ghost. Why? What's up? Gets up, activates the armor he has.
Ghost will move around to the entrance of the tent and like close it off. Boss seems compromised.
Valerius
I feel exactly the same. But
turns.
I
Okay.
I show you like my hand, and I make it like stretch so that it becomes big.
It's very disturbing. It's like, you're not wearing gloves or anything, right? Because you just woke up.
I would have put on gloves before going outside.
Oh.
You take the gloves off to show this?
Yeah.
I can do it with the gloves.
Okay, so what happens
Because
is
everything I'm wearing and carrying also becomes like this
yeah,
for about a minute.
Oh.
so the thing about mass is you don't lose or gain mass. So what
Yeah, I'm just
everybody
stretching
sees
it.
is Bosk becoming very, very thin. Like some Slender Man shit is happening.
You still friendly to us, Doc?
Nothing's changed.
I beg to differ and points at the stretchiness.
Nothing's
What was-
changed in regards to how I feel about everything.
What was the catalyst?
I can't say. I might have been able to do this the whole time. But
Does that seem likely?
I think what happened with the ooze samples may have pushed me in a direction.
Think.
Yes, I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, Doc
What
ate
does that
some
mean?
ooze.
Why? Are you undead?
I don't think so.
I can find out.
I nod.
I can do the cleric thing where you can see if there's undead here, right? What's the thing called? Looking at my sheet.
Turn undid.
Detect
No,
evil
not that
Yeah.
one.
Turn and
Little
did, and then
detect-
boss just leaves.
Yeah.
You might get rid of the dead parts inside of you. But I was thinking more, there's a spell, isn't it? Detect good and evil? That will detect undead.
Yeah.
I believe.
Oh yeah,
I
that
believe
might be a
that
thing.
Yeah,
can,
it
yeah.
should.
Which I will have to prepare next morning.
Which will be in a couple of hours.
Oh.
Several hours. Anyway, the silence of the night
Ugh.
punctuates the tiny hut. Valerius, you are
Also
now
groan
awake.
and say, we just had a conversation about compromise.
Valerius at this point like deactivates his armor and starts like looking up and down his arms.
This is not going to put anyone at ease.
What will we tell them?
Don't walk around like that.
I can't. A minute has passed, and then my hand's like a normal hand again.
Also, not just what do we tell other people, I'm not convinced entirely that this is not completely fucked up.
Well, I'm not either. That's why we're going to the medical facility.
Why
How
don't we
sure are
start
you
with
that
what you know? Bosk, how did this... What happened last night?
I was asleep and I had this dream of escaping from. Wait, last night?
It was this
Or
night.
Nice.
or like
From the
5,
time
10
we
minutes
saw
ago.
you as yourself to this, what happened in between?
Well, while I was asleep, I had this dream where I was trapped inside this glass room. I managed to break through the glass and find my way to a warm, comforting light. And that's when I woke up and noticed the broken vials. I
Right.
think I was able to control the samples in my sleep and
Or
bring
do,
them back to myself.
or do you think they maybe controlled you? Okay.
How would you be
Make
able to tell the difference?
make an insight
Show
check,
your
Bosk.
hand.
Make a what check?
Make an insight check on yourself.
Make an insight check. And what was Ghost's question?
Show your hands, because he's thinking like, if the valve broke, did Bosk break it with her hands? So he's gonna
Oh.
check.
Yeah, sure. I take off my gloves. I would have noticed if I woke up with any injuries. Insight
Does
check.
Bosk have any?
Geeks.
Well, hard to tell. The question definitely begs some answers, and you find yourself feeling like it's even more important now that you have to get to that facility. There has to be information based on whatever Valerius gathered from the gem.
Yep. How sure are the two of you that you're still yourselves and nothing similar has happened to you?
Well, now, not at all.
Valerius is similarly concerned because he's
Thanks for the
He's-
fucking nightmares. Oop.
Oh, disconnected.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, he's back.
Ghost will check Bosk's hands. Does it seem
I
like there's
swear-
any like scarring or anything from like the broken glass?
We should proceed with the check that
Hello?
we're going to do.
Yes.
Valerius.
Testing.
Can't hear
Joe?
you. We can hear
Ah.
Mike. Huh?
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay. Ghost is checking the hands to see if there's
Yeah.
any like scars from the glass and all that.
I'll take off like my outerwear as well and be generally cooperative.
I swear to God, this girl's being a pit.
Okay.
Oh my god.
We've got technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, and gentlemen.
Jesus fuck.
I don't know if he's making
No,
this
it's
up.
doing it.
I know.
Okay.
Is this
Can you
the
hear
pit?
me?
We can
Yeah,
hear.
we
I can hear Mike. Yes.
we can hear everybody else except for Joe.
Yes. I
who's-
think Joe's the only one who's
Yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Joe? Hello, hello.
He's
He's
not able
typing.
to answer, I think.
He's
Is he
typing.
typing? He's typing.
Yeah.
How, like,
Anyway, we
there's-
check for wounds and like
Yeah.
injuries. Right bottom thing. Oh.
The fuck?
Okay.
Oh.
What? His ping is
Homie's
1,400.
lagging. Rough.
That's just normal. Come on.
Okay, we continue while that sorts itself out. We wait for the lag spike to chill out.
Yeah. Maybe he can log on via phone.
Indeed. So
Okay.
right now, Bosk has stripped herself to
Yes.
allow the rest
I
to
face
better
away
examine.
from Valerius.
The both of you get a good view of
Because of modesty.
this person.
Okay. Ghost is looking over her and well,
Can I help?
Yes.
and he will.
Yeah.
Okay, he's checking for injuries and wounds, and he's also sniffing to see if like does she still smell human.
How do you propose to do this smell test? What are you comparing it to?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing Ghost is looking for is like sweat and that sort of usual scent that like people have around with them. Because if she's just reconfigured internally, like maybe she doesn't have any of the biological functions that people have or excrete anymore.
Mm-hmm. And how is Gunlag assisting in this?
Just generally helping by looking for injuries, asking questions of if anything hurts, prodding here and there.
Okay, I'm gonna say Gunlag make a separate check. You can do a medicine check, and Ghost can make a investigation check.
So good at medicine.
Am I able to assist in any way or not really?
You are being scrutinized at the moment, so no.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, what numbers are we looking at?
20.
20 is
actually.
good. You
I'm
seem to.
almost like a
You know what?
medicine person.
I will flash that so that becomes a 25.
Okay. I think
Such a medicine person.
DM Fiat, you should flash the investigation.
Yeah, I'll do that. 18.
18. So a medicine check. You look through you look at the body, you poke and prod, you pretty much do the usual stuff that you remember Bosk doing at the Lowe's at the clinic. Just looking for marks, Mars, any changes in weight and things like that. But because the minute is over from when they were really slick and stuff, you don't see any difference in weight. She's definitely not underweight. She's definitely not overweight. In fact, she's pretty lean. Whatever marks and scars seems to be had healed by the spell that you used.
You're welcome.
Nothing seems out of sorts. You poke here, poke there. For the investigation check for Ghost, you sniff and you look back into your memory bank for the smell of those creatures that you encountered before you blacked out. She doesn't smell all that different. But you do smell very slightly something more medicinal. But it's very light. And then it disappears. As if it was just a brief memory. Seems
By
human.
medicinal, do you mean like herby, like
Yes.
stuff that I work with?
It's different from like a natural medicine smell. Think of it like a hospital smell, like chlorine.
Oh, okay. Like a chemical smell.
Yeah, a little bit
Ah.
more chemical medicine-y.
I was picturing like walking past the festival and catching a whiff on the breeze of everyone smoking.
Oh,
I
pretty much,
smelled
yeah.
something. I smelled something. It was like ghosts will draw a parallel to whatever medicine that boss normally uses that's closest to it. Something like
Mm.
that.
Smells like that. Does this smell like chloroform to you, medicine?
Oh no, everybody falls asleep.
Do I have an idea of what that might mean?
You can take a note of it,
Okay,
but
I shall do that.
you're actually very comfortable. You feel rested, you feel healed, you
The temperature in the tiny hut is excellent.
it's excellent, and you feel more whole than you did yesterday.
Huh.
And you're just basking in comfort at the moment.
I suppose it wouldn't be comforting for you to know that I do feel better than I did earlier in the night, and I don't think it's just because of Gunlog's spell.
Isn't that what sedatives do?
No, I think it has to do with me recombining with the ooze samples.
What do you mean recombining?
They've made their way back in, like, they made their way into my sleeping bag, and there are no traces of them anywhere.
No. The concept of recombining is that you all were part of the same thing in the first place.
Potentially.
Dot boss, I want to ask you a question. Do you still bleed blood?
Yes.
Okay.
And we
Interesting.
check.
Well, I've been injured since. Well, I suppose we could check.
No.
Just pinprick.
Yeah,
I'll get out a
sure.
dagger and do a little pinprick.
Ghost will advise doing the pinprick at the neck where he saw the thing disappear.
Is that alright with you, Busk?
Yep.
Okay. I'll be very gentle.
Yes, we perform more tests. Does
More
anything
tests.
strange happen, DM?
Ah, yes, we go back to the ancient method of bloodletting.
Indeed. Sorry,
Yes.
was coughing.
Let's
The
get the
pinprick
leeches.
happens. It doesn't hurt you at all. Red blood. It doesn't ooze out.
Does it
It's
not
just
hurt because
it's
like-
it's a tiny. You've
Okay.
been
like it's not meant to hurt?
yeah. It's a bit like
Okay.
taking a blood test to see what your blood type is. You know that, like
Yep,
doot.
yep.
All right, get ready now. In a count of three, click.
Well, I
Pretty
mean,
much.
you had a Gunlock take the sample, which was probably wise. Like Ghost would have taken a lot more on.
Yeah, no.
It
Just
she bleeds
tiny.
normally, and after a while the bleeding stops because that's what blood cells do. They coagulate.
That's how bleeding works, unless you are...
Coagulate.
Ghost will sniff at the blood.
It's metallic. Smells like blood. Doesn't smell like beef. Smells like people, of which you are keenly aware. Thankfully, you don't salivate.
Ghost does not respond that way anymore.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
Or
now?
look at
rather,
the sample. It
Normal
looks
enough.
normal.
Yeah, just nothing about this seems normal. That's all. I'm kind of freaky.
Yes.
Okay, so Gunlock, she might be in your head. For Bosk, your entire body is questioned. And he looks at Valerius. Your tablet is questioned.
Valerius nods.
In my head.
Okay. Okay.
All right. I think I'm gonna go into the other tent and grab my stuff and have the rest of the night here.
Do you feel like you need to eat?
I have, but for all I know, that's been just a force of habit.
Right. That's not ominous sounding.
I
Let us
everything
know
else has
if you
been
do.
normal.
Let us know if you do not use the toilet in a day or more.
Right. I will remember to do that.
I ain't checking that.
Okay. I go and grab my stuff and then go back to sleep. Yay.
yay. Uh,
Valerius kind of looks back
All
at
right, thanks,
Gunlock, who was
everyone.
taking the previous watch, I think. It's like, okay, I'm going to send this
Ghost
guy
does
out
not
to
go
guard
back
with
to
you.
sleep.
Not good. It's not good back to sleep
Yeah,
either.
sounds
Fucking
about
hell.
right.
just FYI, if you guys don't go back to sleep, you
I
will
know.
suffer exhaustion point.
Oh no.
Yes.
I
Obviously.
say that, but I also know that we're gonna time skip 2.5 days.
Yeah,
We're
fine.
gonna have to roll for badness.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, Fox Valerius joins all watches now.
Oh, Valerius. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
full-
Ghost will ask Valerius for Sirius, given everything that's happened. He'll point to the fake Valerius and goes, "How do you know that's not compromised?"
that's a very good question.
How do you know which one's the real one?
Then I'll just
The
I
same.
look at he's like look at Gunlock. Well, first of all, he's shiny. I'm not. Anyway, I can still control it. So Valerius just says out certain basic commands like move forward 10 feet, turn around, pull out your weapon, don't shoot,
Yes.
lie down on the floor.
It does
However,
all of these
Would
things.
you know if someone was sharing their sights?
Valerius, make me an Arcana check with advantage because it's your items.
Yeah, do I get D1D4 bonus?
Yes.
Okay. 26.
26. You know for a fact that when you saw the flashing eyes and when she looked at you, that was a one and done.
It shouldn't happen again unless
Unless
it
you do it
happens
again.
Look,
Yes.
next
Yep.
thing she starts hacking. Next thing she starts hacking Floaty.
Oh, no, that'd be
I mean,
stupid, but yeah.
With
it's
your
not
26
impossible.
with
It's
your
not impossible,
26
yeah.
you're 100% sure she hopefully cannot, since
100% sure doesn't imply hopefully.
well, the thing is Floaty is not connected to your tablet.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But in the case of this thing,
Well,
this
you're
construct,
you
the
know that
Folarius.
did you insert the topaz into Folarius?
No, Folarius is born of different nonsense.
Exactly. So you think it's
All right, I'll take
fine for now.
Okay. I'll reply back to Ghost. Yeah, I'm certain that no one can take control of this thing besides from me.
Right. Then how did the first thing happen in the first place?
The tablet was still born off the Rikers network. That's where I was drawing information from. And it stands to reason if the database was maintained, other people could have had access to it.
Make me
And
another
you're still
Arcana
using
check.
it?
Not anymore. Yeah, I'll make the Arcana check. 21. With D4, one sec. Brings up to 23.
Yeah, what you said sounds legitimate.
All right. Lawyers pulls out his new tablet and he's like, not using the Rikers database anymore. All the information that I have on this is born of my own experiences ever since waking up.
Alright. You'll have to
What-
do.
Okay.
Anyone
If
else doing anything in the
yeah,
nighttime?
if nothing else, then we will skip ahead to the morning.
Harassing. Yeah.
D20.
I stay up for the
Okay.
night.
So,
Ghost as well.
Ghost and Gunlag, what are you doing? Are you just watching boss sleep?
I'm sure there's some chatting and watching and
Before falling
stressing
asleep,
going.
also like look at her hand and see if she can get her fingers to do the wiggly things.
Do you just re-ankle one of your fingers to see if it stretches?
What would you do if you've learned that you were a thing?
Take a pair of scissors and cut off my flesh. See if that turns to goo.
What, really?
No.
I mean, it kind of stands to reason. That would be the logical thing to do.
Yeah, I like my limbs to stay attached.
What if it doesn't work?
It's just a piece of meat on the
Exactly.
ground.
Would
Like,
you,
oh,
would you rather? Would you rather not be sure?
Yes.
No.
I would rather not be sure than to be without a finger.
Ghost just sitting there is like, do it.
No,
Your-
Ghost doesn't want her to lose a finger because what if the finger starts moving of its own somewhere
Oh
else?
no!
cousin it. No, the
What
thing.
if it grows
It
into a whole
the
nother
thing.
doctor?
It becomes
Oh no.
the family, the Adams family hand.
The
Brr.
dog
Starts doing
too.
shit.
Anyway, so you try and elongate your hand again. Unfortunately, you can't seem to replicate what you did. You feel like you would need a couple of hours of shut-eye just to refresh that.
Okay.
Morning comes. Slowly, people start waking up. Those who took the last watch begin to have a slight rest as everybody who wants to leave starts packing up. Everybody rolled me a d20. Good luck and Ghost, you are disadvantaged. So I'ma get you
For
to
their
roll that
D20.
d20
Oh, okay.
twice
That
and take the lower one.
Oh no.
is- Come on, guys,
Interesting.
you got
2
this.
1s.
Oh,
Oh,
13,
okay,
13
you
is
guys are good.
fine. 5 is fine too. So everybody
Yeah,
is
we're
okay.
all Gucci.
Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna roll a d6 for my shard solitaire expended charges, and I am back up to full charges on diamond.
Nice.
Spell slots back because I didn't long rest. Never mind.
Sad.
Sure, I will usually just ask to see if that old man has waken up from his after death slumber.
Old man Jaka?
What?
He's up and
No,
about.
No,
Riker guy.
Deadman.
The
We buried
what-
him. What do you
He's
mean?
gone.
No,
He's
I had
soul, the
his
soul.
I had
oh,
his
the
soul, I had his
soul. Okay. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's still unconscious then. Soul wise.
It's still not responding to you is
Responding.
is
Okay.
what I will say.
Okay. Yeah. I will just do that check just to make sure if he's quote unquote awake, and if he's not responding, then I'm just gonna leave it be.
Okay. Um, you see the people who are supposed to leave start packing up. And then you see old man Jaka go to Gunlog and Ghost because they are visible and visibly tired.
We're all visible. Oh, okay.
I see that you probably have not slept. Do you need anything? A chat, perhaps?
Your chats make people less tired.
I've been told that it would lighten one's soul, but someone might have told me that in jest.
I think that's confession.
Confession?
Confession. Do people still do that?
What's, not unless they're under duress, I believe. You know, I don't think people confess to crimes. He is unsure what you're talking about. Anyway, I'm here to explain the marks on the map that I've left you.
Alright.
He goes to the northmost of the map. At right the tip.
We should open up the map.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can.
looking.
Map.
Clean Mirror. Oh my god, it's another Shah name that I'll never remember.
Just think of maroon, the color.
Yes, clear maroon.
Clear maroon. Over here is Tlian Maroon. This, I have heard that it's a cliffside town. It is the safe harbor for a lot of flying creatures. I heard they're pretty egalitarian, nice people personally. We are very ill-equipped to travel up there personally with the caravans and such, but one such as yourself would find no issues, I believe. They would be a good bunch of people to catch up with. And then he points to formerly Broar, the area.
Wait, hold that thought. So Clean Mirror, are they welcoming to strangers?
He looks at you with a face full of, I've never been there. I have met people who have been there. And then he goes,
There's strangers, and then there's strangers that look like ghosts.
there have been people who I have done trade with. They seem very amicable. I'm sure that given the situation and given who you are, they might at first be very averse to your coming to their fair town, but it's definitely somewhere you can go and make friends.
Yes. Are they also friends with the matron's people?
Oh, definitely not. In fact, they would consider themselves reclusive and hate her with a vengeance.
Good.
Moving to the Ulster tunnels, above is formerly the city that you call Braw. There are ruins somewhere in the south of the district. Nobody lives there technically, but there is a context for a place called Lacthis.
Go on, elaborate.
Again, this is a hidden enclave. I was not allowed to partake in the merriment of this place. Very secretive. They will give you 1,001 questions asking who you are, why you want to be connected to this place. But I think it would be good for you to go there. Ghost, you feel a niggling at the back of your mind. The older lady who deeply misses her children. It seems like she recognizes the name.
Do you know anyone who has managed to get in?
He shakes his head. Again, I've come across all these names through trade, and I think that it would behoove you to at least try and set foot into these places and do whatever politicking you need. You know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and like this in plain maroon, definitely the enemy's enemy.
Good to know. And those that have been there that you heard this from, what did they say about them?
Nothing beyond. They are not with the matriarch. They're very reclusive, much more than the Maroonites. In fact, nobody
Against
really.
her.
Sorry?
Are they against her? Or they're just doing their own thing.
They're doing their own thing and very intending to never be found by her and her ilk.
Are they mostly humans?
There are many. I have met tieflings. I have met satyrs.
Are they likely to be welcoming to someone that has been formerly the matron's ilk?
I cannot answer that. I have accepted you after some conversations and choosing to. They would likely be much more different considering they are, first of all, reclusive. Second of all, they want to remain hidden, so it's entirely up to you how you choose to bring your stories.
There cannot be any indication of compromise.
He nods. They are even more skittish than I am, and as you know, there's a reason why Minu has chosen not to bring you to the new encampment.
Fair.
Never doubted it.
He nods. Finally, and this is merely hearsay, and I am unsure if anybody would be able to survive this.
But just going back a bit, this place called Lactis, does the kobold know how to get there?
He shrugs. Give me a second. It's
Green Lock.
yay, post-COVID stuff. Still coughing.
Oof.
Dear, dear.
I feel your pain, sister.
Um,
Does
Greenlock.
Greenlock know how to get there?
Greenlock would likely not know. They seem to be very interested in making sure that underground home remains situated where it is.
Wait, they are even lower down than Greenlock.
Even lower down? What do you mean?
So Greenlock
Further
is
to the
in the
south?
tunnels, yes?
That is
So
correct.
Greenlock is in the tunnels, and they are in tunnels as well, Lactis.
He shakes his head. Again, I have no idea what Lactis is. This is the contact for Lactis, which you will find on the surface in one of the broken houses. What I know is the contact will see you long before you see them.
Or and no idea of passcodes or any protocols.
He shakes his head. Again, I've never been through like this, personally. I just know of the
Alright.
place, and when we decided to get in contact with this contact, they assured us that we would continue to remain hidden, and he requested that we keep the information about them safe.
So I'm guessing we cannot name drop you.
I would like to remain out of the picture personally. Perhaps you can pretend to have stumbled across the place organically.
You
I'm
say
sure
it's
that's
in
gonna
one of the
seem very
ruined.
convincing.
You say it's in one of the ruined buildings. What are the surroundings like around it? More of a city or nothing? Is there any
Devastation,
build?
mostly. I think one would say that once upon a time it would be called a suburb. However, I'm unsure. It's been long since I actually understood
said
what a
it was-
suburb means.
You said it was in the south?
Correct. He
What
points
do I
to
know the southern suburbs of Bror? Like, what kind of area is that?
Are you able to see the map right now?
Yeah, so it's very near the Lowe's, where the Lowe's used to be.
Like slums area,
Yeah.
not the rich part of town.
What
No,
makes
no.
it sound so nice?
I believe this is where you guys went gallivanting with the carriages.
Yes.
Okay.
That's where we found a Sima, is it? The squealer?
Oh no, Sima Sunbright is a bit north. He is more rich. So this one is more like the Nick Ladies area. And where you
I'm
got
trying to think back
the taxis.
where we got the taxi.
Wait, that wasn't in Bror at all, was it?
That was in Brar,
I'm
I
very...
think. Yeah.
It's in Brawl, but I
No,
can't remember the context.
Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
it wasn't in Brar. That was
No,
in
that was in-
Eflon Minor.
Yeah, I'm like, what
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
are you guys
yeah,
on
yeah.
about?
No, I got confused. Yeah, so this is a suburb similar to the one in Eflon Minor, where it is, there's women of the night, and other
Okay.
dodgy individuals.
okay. So this is
Red light district.
but it's still higher class than the lows, is it?
Oh, the Lowe's is to the slums what the slums is to the city.
Hmm.
He-
Fair. Okay, so this is like proper suburbs. Okay.
The last time I was there, we scouted for a particular location, with a red door. But if I remember correctly, they would have changed that. They move around a lot, so you're going to have to figure it out. They usually have some sort of little guessing game or puzzle, probably to amuse themselves, probably to gauge whether or not newcomers are worth their time. But I wish you luck in looking for this contact, and that you may gain entry to Luckthis. Finally, further down south on the mountains is a place called the Ruins of Emir. If I'm not mistaken, there's a lot of stories regarding this place. Those who go in never come out. Stories about ghosts, ghouls, wishes. Something about being granted a wish should you escape some kind of peril. I'm not sure. This story has been passed down many, many, many times.
Does it sound familiar?
Who would be closest to this? No, none of you would have. Kong might.
I am around. Yes, you
Yes.
need me to roll.
Mume, make me a history check.
Right. If I am in the correct place to press the button. A
18.
18.
What you remember of Emir is a place where when you were training, when you were younger, your superiors would say that you'll be sent to Emir if you didn't do your training properly. And you would only be able to be received back if you made it back in one piece. That's what you remember. Seems a lot of hearsay. You're
Would
not even sure
I-
it's real.
Yeah. Would at that time would have known it is a scare tactics or no?
With an 18, you have not delved further into it and assume that it's just, one of those things seniors would tell you to keep you in place.
Right. Okay.
That's the places that I think should be interesting. And the ones that I can tell you safely, of course. And then he starts to move back to his stuff and his things. We will be taking our leave and have breakfast along the way. I'm sure the rest of them will.
Do you
Yes?
know anyone that claimed to have actually set foot in Emir?
Again, traders will tell trading stories. I cannot confirm nor deny. Until I've been to a place, I will not dare. Words have a habit of going back to the matriarch, and if I say something definitively, who knows? It might be my head.
Alright, and last question. Are there any traveling groups that you know to be allied with the matriarch?
Shakes his head. Those who are allied with her will be in the dome. They will be living comfortable lives. They don't have to move around as we do. And if we were allied with her and them, we would be able to deposit our children and anybody who we pick up with them. Again,
But what about traders? There are traders that go from the dome to
he nods.
Falson.
We
So which are those traders to avoid?
we don't communicate with traders who are going directly to Falson. You can tell who they are. They are dressed better. They will be traveling with guards.
Guards.
My guard is over there, and he points to Anyanka, who's just like, just staring out into the distance, stoic.
Love it.
By guards, do you mean people or machines?
Either or, whatever fits their fancy, whatever fits their budget, I assume.
You look to see if other people have questions.
Nope.
Just looks like she's in thought.
He starts moving away again. Anyway, if you want to speak to the rest of them before they leave, now would be the best time. I will be telling people to move out in about 10 minutes. It's been wonderful having to know you, and a pleasure to know that you have been unenthralled. Minu will be there to assist you in gathering things if you can get in contact with her. She is our fastest. And if we can, we will.
Stroker.
Thank you.
Do your
Thanks
best.
for the information.
Rally everyone. We will try our best to spread the word as well. And then he sort of stops talking to you guys and starts having a conversation with Anyanka about how they're gonna leave and then quietly which direction they're gonna take. Minu is just watching everything unfurl. She sees the heroes. She sees the siblings. She sees the brother and sister, the little ones. You see her look at Nihil, and every time she does catch his eyes, he will look down. It's kind of cute. And then you see the little boy, Meyer. He is still clearly injured. And he's still very, very reserved and withdrawn.
Is
I
he
want to
gonna
say
be
goodbye
okay?
to a few people.
Okay. Who are you?
I'll say goodbye to Minu, to
Okay.
the newly married couple, and briefly to the children as well, checking on Meyer in particular.
You don't
I
even...
don't know if he's still like absolutely terrified of me still or not.
Meyer is less apprehensive towards you, but still keeps his distance. But the funny thing is, as you walk into their circle of like, I see you, the little girl immediately runs and hugs you.
Oh, yes. Give her a hug. Tell her to look after her brother.
I will. You're I know you're not coming with us, but are you coming to visit?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, if you do, hopefully
Perhaps
by
one
then
day.
I will be a better tracker, like that lady over there. And then she points to Busk.
That's good. Minu is not bad either, so you should learn from her.
She nods.
Really, really pester her like as often as you can to teach you.
As you say that, immediately she stands up. She's like, "That's a really good idea. I'm gonna do that now." And then
All the
you see
time.
her
No.
march herself
Oh,
straight to
no.
Minu and just fire like 5 billion questions. And then
Sure.
walking behind her is her brother, sort of sheepishly going, oh, damn it. Looks at the floor, shuffles.
Kids
The
will be
little
okay.
boy still regards you. You don't see anger in his eyes. You see confusion and understanding. You don't need to make
Meyer
any...
or the other one.
Meyer. You don't
Yeah.
need to make any insight checks to know that he had to grow up fast. Much faster than the other two siblings. Whatever happened to him, it's gonna scar him for life.
Yeah.
Who's looking after Meyer now?
No
Just...
one.
he's
No one, that's
everybody's
the
kid
problem.
now. Everybody's
Yeah.
kids is everybody's problem now.
Okay.
Mm.
I guess I'll
I'll
remind
tell-
Minu about how to treat his injuries. Because you said he was still injured.
Yep.
Like, remember? Blah, 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 blah,
Blah,
blah.
blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna make a roll to see if she remembers properly.
Here.
This is the
I'll
second
write
time
down the medicine.
you... Okay.
You should be able to find this. It's not that hard.
She looks at you and she's like, yeah, got it. With the note, definitely, totally, definitely. And then she shoves it in her pocket.
Nod, nod.
I'll. I think Branby told me that you were gonna get something from her. I'll try to get it to you ASAP. The problem is we're gonna
We'll
need
be in
like a.
contact.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna ask like, do you want to designate like a drop off place?
I think what will happen is Gunlock will probably contact you in the way that she did before.
She nods. Well, rest easy. If you need anything extra, you can just let us know, and we'll try to get it for you. I can't promise that we will, given the situation, but
Give a
we'll
nod.
prioritize.
All right, keep everyone safe.
Definitely. The couple that is newlyweds is just going on their thank you tour around, just thanking everybody, giving them hugs, and each of you get from them like a flower from their bouquet.
Aw, I shall press it in my book.
Cute.
Valerius
Same.
affixes it to his helmet.
Flower
I'm gonna
helmet.
press it between some of the pages I was given by the twins.
I am
That will
gonna
make
put it
sense.
in my trinket pouch.
They're not twins, right? Are they actually
Nah, I
twins?
know.
They
Okay.
behave like
Not, because
twins.
they're different races.
I think at
Yeah.
some point you have a conversation with the siblings, and if any of you say they're twins, even though they're not, they're gonna be like, oh no, she's much older, much older, and then she gets offended and punches him.
Yes.
Very good. Okay, we wish everyone bye-bye and safe travels and have some deer leftovers for the road.
Yep. The rest of the leftovers has gone into their
Storage.
storage for
Has been inhaled.
them to eat. It was good. Like even the bones are now in storage because you can turn that into soup.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
Bosk, how are you feeling today? Now that you're awake after a rest.
Mostly the same, actually.
So, like, still hella good for no reason.
Well, most of that's worn off. I think a lot of it was from the spell. But
Yeah. You still feeling
yes,
oozy though?
I could be.
Right.
Like to do the thing again. I think I can only do that once a day.
Right.
It's not
Other
easy to
things you
contort
can.
yourself.
Are there other things you can do once a day?
Give me a second. Yes, actually, but maybe I'll wait for them to get out of line of sight before I show you.
Cool, so just blink at this and look at Valerius, look at Mume, and
I am a little bit confused of what other things that they're showing. It feels like I'm missing something, but I do not
Oh,
ask
right.
because
You were asleep.
yeah, that's yeah.
We'll
Mume
fill you in
doesn't ask.
later.
do we just TLDR him or
Alright.
what?
Yes, we will
Yes.
TLDR him later, so he knows.
Lore drop on the
Alright,
way.
Yes. It's like,
I
by the
see.
way, blah 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 blah. After they leave, I show you that I'm able to I have a 30-foot, 5-foot wide breath attack of the acid variety.
What?
What does it look
You
like?
dragon?
Do you
You
eviscerate?
you dragon?
Do I what?
Poison.
Do you eviscerate? So because it's very oozy, right? It's
Stretchy.
it's entirely up to you, but my mind's eye say it looks like a sea cucumber eviscerating. You know when it spits out its
Ugh.
guts,
Oh.
and then later it just pulls it back in.
Oh.
Oh.
I was imagining it like a spray. Like if I'm not wearing the mask, it looks very unglamorous. But if I'm wearing the
like-
mask, it just like out of like
Is
the
it
mask
not
will
like
open
just
up and then just
projectile
spray out.
vomiting? Like,
It's just the exorcist guacamole.
see, I was imagining more like that, like full projectile vomiting.
Close enough. Whatever it is,
The
I will
green
let.
acid like
Mm.
spray hose.
Ew.
Well,
And
it's a 30-foot cone or what?
No. Line.
30-foot
It's-
line.
Yes.
So projectile vomiting, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
it's a straight line projectile vomiting.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Blech.
So
Ghost from now on will walk like 40 feet from her.
You know
acid
that
reflux and
that
extra
just
stretchy.
that just reminds me of Metal Slug Zombies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, it's kind of like Metal Slug zombies.
Okay.
It just and they just go in a
Yes.
straight
But
line.
if the mask is on, it'll just like open up so that just like a slit is thing and it'll just like spray from the slit so it doesn't look as gross.
It's a puke slit.
Oh, oh.
Is there also
You know
a
when you
sippy cup?
when you have like a
I'm just gonna
hose and you
post
put your
it in
finger on like
Discord.
that. You know when you have the finger on like a hose, so it like just makes the stream much harder.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm
That's what
just
I
gonna
mean.
post it on Discord 'cause I
Yes.
don't want to share it in the video.
Yeah.
Why not? Oh, there's no. Anyway,
Except it green, not red.
Yeah, except it's
indeed.
green, but I'm using that as an example.
Can I
Extra
find
So
gross.
the
yeah,
PNG?
okay. Right. So I have a few questions, if that's okay with you,
I
Doctor.
probably won't have the answers for you yet.
Right. That's fair. Um, I okay. So just one then. A very quick one. Does that mean those other goose that is from the zombie might be you, or is it not?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Right.
You
Okay.
did
Probably
use the
not.
word recombine.
Yes, I did. But I don't know. I can't say for sure at this point.
Mm, right. Without okay, that is a billion of questions that can't be answered now.
I
That's
haven't
fair.
actually learned anything new.
Right. Well, since you're sharing abilities, uh, have you have you guys seen me turning the ghost? Just FYI, just so
What?
that you're not.
You told us that you picked it up when you touched the barrier or got near there. Is that correct?
No, that is that is my soul being ripped apart. No, I got this ability a while back after a long time of training. After the incident of my master, so that's way long before the soul wrenching incident.
Right.
Right. Ghosting. Right. Go ahead,
Yeah.
show us.
Right. So Mume will be like in front of them, and then as he turns, he become translucent, and instead of cat, its skeletal feature is instead of like cat features is just skeleton of a feline. That is dark green in color, translucent as well, and his clothes has become more ragged and like decayed all the way down, and he's now hovering.
Uh,
Right,
this is
so
the
we're all
information
cryptids
process.
here.
Yeah, I can do this um once. It require a lot of energy, but I also can use souls in order to use it again. Souls that I have been capturing.
Are you
Yes.
undead?
No, I'm not, but I can borrow this feature for a limited amount of time. And then you see me like if there is a nearby like tree, snows or rock, I just like for a few seconds I phase through or put my hand directly into those objects and comes back out again without disturbing the snows or any other environment. Yeah, it's only temporarily that I can borrow this power. But I am not an undead. You can cleric will tell you otherwise that I'm not.
So
Right.
you have a group of people that do this?
No, they have their own talents. I got this from my master.
I just want to clarify, he trained you to do this, right?
No,
Wow.
more specifically, there is an incident regarding him, and from then on, new abilities has been appeared to me.
Wait,
Does it
so
have
something
to do?
happened to you,
Does
and
it
then
have to do with him dying?
Yes, it has to do with him dying.
oh. Okay,
Since you
well, I won't pretend to understand any of how you can do the things you do.
also, besides this, I can see the dead, but there is no dead because the matriarch has taken all of them.
Oh,
And
okay.
y- yeah,
I can
besides
see
that,
ghosts. There are none around.
yeah, I can
No,
see ghosts, but none around. That is basically it.
So
Uh,
how do you know that you can see them?
Sometimes
Also,
Roommate told us
uh,
he took souls from the departed.
yes.
Sure.
and yes,
He didn't say
also,
that. Are we
yeah,
sure this guy's not just crazy?
also, I am also again apologizing to Gunlaug that herring experience, but I also can share the feeling of what I have been through my eyes.
Right, the
Okay.
thing that you did.
Yes, that.
Uh,
So
Little warning next time.
I apologize, and yes, Ghost, you were saying something, Ghost?
you can share what you've seen through your eyes.
More like experience. You won't see one to one, but know what it has been through. Like you feel like you have seen it, but I don't think you actually see it. Is what
Look,
I'm
when
getting.
we get into that facility, we're not going to have a lot of time. Maybe if you see any sensitive information, look at it really hard.
Right, I can do that. Also, I believe Valerius would have a lot of question regarding me, since you have spoke about it is similar to what you have done before or created.
Valerius like holds up his hands like, "Hey man, I was on the technical mechanical side of things, not the spiritual side, so I don't really have that many questions to ask."
Right. But if
How
you do, I don't mind.
how are the siblings reacting to all this new information
In
about their
info
traveling
dump,
companions?
one of them just
They're
projectile vomited acid. The other one is
I imagine
phasing
they
through
just
the
have
snow.
I imagine they just have plastic surgery smiles from this point on.
they're just listening and taking it in and trying to understand what's going on because from hang out with like five totally normal dudes, now they're hanging out with two somewhat normal dudes and
Can I-
3 abnormal dudes.
Can I like throw a cursory glance at them and just see what's their current facial expressions?
Polite Stepford wife smile is the best way to put it.
Okay.
Also, if you guys have
Oh,
realized,
God.
Mume is actually like movement speed wise, when traveling with you guys, he has slowed down exponentially.
Is it because you're moving as a ghost?
Yes,
It's like,
hovering as
can
a
you
ghost.
become normal again?
Yeah,
Yes, I
it lasts
can, but
10
I'm
minutes.
because I'm showing and talking to you guys.
Okay.
That's like, yeah, in
Can I put my hand in his chest?
Yeah.
you basically
Break
face
it.
through it, and unless you're holding it for 6 seconds.
I just look at, so does nothing pass through it, even like, energy projectiles?
Um,
You shoot him.
it's
No,
hard.
I'm not gonna
No,
shoot him.
if you are asking regarding the form that I'm in, that is, if anything can pass through it or like hit me, the answer both is yes. It's just harder for something to land on what seems to be spectral.
Valerius curiously sticks out a hand and attempts to touch the cat.
Do we have the mega disadvantage to touch?
Are you avoiding?
No, because the ghost form, like even if I don't move, they would have disadvantage
No,
with
wait,
me.
no.
But
Valerius doesn't stick.
I will let him touch me. But if you face through,
I mean,
No,
disadvantage for
Valerius.
attack rolls, so
yeah,
it's
for
up to
attack
you to
roll. So
decide.
if you're doing harm, then yeah.
Okay, Valerius retracts the whatchamacallit, retracts his hand, pulls out his tablet, and then a tiny drone starts floating towards the cat.
Can it go
Attempts to touch
through
the
him?
cat with the mage hand drone.
Touch the what? Touch the hand? My
The
hand?
cat.
Oh, the
Yeah.
cat.
Can my little drone touch the cat?
Wait, there's a cat now?
I am the
Death,
cat.
Mume.
I
He's
am
the
the
cat.
cat.
Okay. Okay, for a moment I spaced out and I thought like Mume summoned a familiar that was a cat.
No, I
Why
am the
is one
cat.
of them a person
Yeah.
and the other one an animal?
Yeah.
Wait, I have a very stupid question. Mume, what kind of equipment is like visible on your gear? Do you have like potion bottles or anything on your belt or something like that?
Um, you shouldn't be able to see all that. Question, DM. All my tools should be like phasing through me, right?
Yep.
With me, not through me.
Yep. It's
With
it's
me.
like invisibility
So
where they
No, no,
they
no.
would be like yours.
Things that are worn and carried are ghosts like
Yep.
you.
Yep.
No,
Okay.
my question is, can I use this stupid ability to pickpocket him while he's,
I
semi going through
I
this
do-
I'm
phase?
gonna say
I do
no.
have
Okay, the drone just flies through. Is like, oh, okay.
Because
Interesting.
it doesn't
Jot
make
this
sense for
down.
him to be able to go through walls and then you can still pickpocket.
No, I'm
It
just curious.
cannot.
That's why I'm asking.
But ghosts will notice this and say, that means you could get into a secure place, take something, and get out.
Assuming there are no
anti-ghost
Yes.
barrier, just like what the Major have put up. Yes,
walls that extend into the ethereal plane.
ethereal plane. I believe so.
Will be handy.
Yes. Also, he moves very slowly, so if someone notices him, they will
Mhm.
chase him
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
catch him.
I'm hovering 20 feet per 6 seconds.
I swear
You're
to
like,
God.
he's like, wait, that's the fastest you can go, and you're like, yes. And oh, okay, okay.
And out of
I'm
character,
also
if I'm not mistaken,
yeah.
this thing lasts like 10 minutes.
Yes, 10
Oh,
minutes, which is
yeah.
still longer than most
20
abilities.
It's
20
really
minutes?
not long enough for you to infiltrate and steal some shit.
Yes.
To be fair, it
No,
is very useful if
No,
you
he
already
can like get
infiltrated
in
and just go through
and
the
then
safe
like get
door.
out. Yeah.
Like the fact that whatever he takes will phase with him means like it's a really good like grabbing tool.
He cannot
Indiana
pick
Jones can
things
learn a
up
thing or two.
unless he
No,
goes
no,
out of
no. As in
phase.
he can go through, turn back to
Become a
himself,
person.
pick up,
Yeah.
and then become ethereal again.
Yes. So bringing out the previous restriction as being this ghost walk, I can use it limited once a day, or I
Unless you consume
can
a soul to recover it,
yes
is it?
yes
Okay.
consume a soul to use it. Yes.
That
Okay.
cost is kind of high, not gonna lie.
Yes,
Yes.
and when we don't fight any creatures that
Thing
has
with souls.
yes
Even the machines have souls in them. Don't worry too
They
much.
have machine spirits, yeah. It's 40k
Yes,
all
yes.
over again.
But guys, I was thinking like, okay, this is a bit cheesy, but what we could do technically is Mume turns invisible, phases, goes in somewhere, turns to his normal self, picks up something big or long, phase through a wall, leave the thing halfway, and phase off. What happens?
Does that work?
No,
Like if he chucks, if he like drops items, do they become real?
no.
DM just, I'm not dealing
So
with
it
this
just like
bullshit now or
falls
ever.
Fall through the
through
floor.
the floor.
Okay,
Yeah.
cheese has been dealt with.
Okay.
Like I
So,
mentioned,
so
I
if he
got
ever
so
if he
far
ever like
halfway
drops
through.
items as a ghost, like goodbye items, is it?
Exactly.
Shaw has the most
Okay.
disdain look on her face right
No,
now.
it's more like it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense for him to be picking up random items like a table and then just like
Yes.
leaves it there without
Tou-
Leave it
touches
halfway
something.
through a wall.
More,
The
it's more like
ghosts, they're
yes,
angry. The
it's
poltergeists.
I know,
it's
right?
more
Also,
likely.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It's more likely.
let's take this opportunity to take a 10-minute break.
Okay.
We
Okay.
will
Okay.
return in 10 minutes, y'all.
the Everglades? Like, how are we going to approach this?
Yeah, are we trying
I
to
think
like
we need
sneak
a
in?
okay,
we should.
considering the enemy sniper ranges last time, we should have like an invisible way advanced scout.
Right. Do
That'll
we
probably
have
be me
ways
and
of
Mume
doing
then.
it? Mm.
Yeah.
Valerius can hold that thought. Let me look through my
And
spell
then
list.
also pay attention to when the heebie-jeebies hit or whatever it was that Jaka described.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad juju feeling.
Mm-hmm.
The bad juju is like to the right side, like near to when we are close to the forest, right?
All
It's
we
what,
know there's like a well of souls there or whatever.
Do we have
if there
information
is,
about
then
the
I might.
place? Like, is it a
Uh,
building?
The
Is it...
you
the
know that
facility
it's a
building, right?
building. You from the conversation that you have, Mume assumes that it is the same as the building near Falsen. But otherwise,
Okay.
all you have are a whole bunch of assumptions.
Okay, I guess we just go and see.
Mm.
And if it's like a civilized hospital, then we huddle and discuss what we do. If it's like a
Am I
dungeon,
correct?
then we just do dungeon things.
Okay, first thing to say is like is we are going as we get nearer, we take a look to see like is there a road there? Because if there's a
Yeah.
road, it means to expect traffic, and
Yes.
we may want to go off the road.
Hmm.
If there's
Sure.
no road, then we have to be very careful because it means you're not expecting unauthorized people, and then
Hmm.
I
The
also
siblings
have
don't
another
know of
question.
anything nearby, right? Like any
Siblings don't.
settlements or
Yep.
camps nearby.
This is
we are
new
way
to
beyond their
them.
expertise.
Okay.
Question as well. We are not arriving today, are we? We have like one more day.
No,
No,
you have
There's
2.5
like a few
days.
days of travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So
Just checking in
you-
terms of because exhaustion and
Yeah.
spells
So
and stuff.
technically, I will have you roll another d20
Oh,
For
yes.
badness.
before we arrive
badness.
because that would be day 2.5.
Oh,
Oh,
if we have two guys that roll badness on the day itself,
We're
we
not doing
abort
it.
We're just taking a
mission,
break.
yes.
Yeah,
taking
we
a
just
mental
take a
health break.
detour into like
Yeah.
the forest or something, and
That's up
have
to
a
you.
Everybody
side
signing up for 24 hours.
If three of you get really bad rolls, I am going to say you skip a day. If two of you, you're playing that shit, man. It's funny.
Yeah. Even if one of us are real bad, I don't think we should necessarily move forwards, but we should definitely like play it out and see what happens.
Yeah.
Mhm.
right.
And I was
I
like,
can
oh,
say,
I don't think we
doctor,
should
we need a
engage."
therapist immediately. Run in.
Yeah.
Lol. Okay.
Have,
If
like an emergency psych room.
if nothing else, I'm going to do a time skip. And I will have y'all roll me another d20 for the morning.
Let's go.
Oh, for badness.
Uh-huh.
So
Have
I'm
eight.
Oh!
You
Oh!
are lucky.
Okay.
That was
Oh.
close.
No,
Two
no,
is not
it's
one?
one
No,
and
that's-
two. It's one and two.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
one and two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Valerius, you gotta roll me a d2
was
to see
your
which
time?
one.
What? Sorry.
Roll me a
I said it was
d2.
your time.
No, DM was saying something.
Yeah, I didn't catch what DM said. What?
You roll a
You roll a
d2
D2.
Oh, okay, let's see. Oh,
because
You
you
coin
have a
flip to see
choice.
what happens.
shit.
Did you write it
That's
down?
not good. Yeah,
Because
What
I
happens
did.
in the morning?
I lost
Okay.
half of my known spells.
Like forever? Or
No,
for
no,
the
no, for
day?
the day,
for the day.
Okay, so how
Oh, so
do
it's
you?
not the most
What
powerful
happens
thing.
happens.
Yep.
It's still doable. You can proceed without.
It's still
spells.
doable, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
It's not
The other one
horrendous,
was
like some of our other stuff might possibly be.
So what happens with Valerius when he wakes up? Is he just feeling shit? Weak?
Valerius wakes up with. He looks physically fine, but you notice when he attempts to power on his armor, it stutters. It's like it deploys halfway, it retracts itself a bit, and then deploys fully. But then you see that the visor and his tablets are flickering as if they're not getting full power.
Technical
Valerius out of
difficulties.
as Valerius attempts to cast like a spell in his hand, like let's say like I don't know, like a random bolt of fire in his hands, the fire takes a while
Fizzles.
for it to start. It like flickers for a bit before going full burst for like a second or two, and then it goes back to being like mid flame. And he was like,
You
"Oh, that's not good."
okay there? You having
No,
some performance issues?
was that a dig at my sexual life? But anyway,
Forward.
Valerius kind of slumps in defeat for a moment. He was like,
My
"I
gear's not working.
His
Sad
sexual
face.
life has been dead for 250 years.
Oh, shut up. As far as
Bomb.
we know,
Ouch.
I could have sworn I could have cast oh what spell did I have prepared yesterday? Don't remember. I
Important question though.
so it's not
What
just your
happened?
gear.
What happened to your other self?
I was still around
it's
behind.
right there. Valerius raises his hand and waves.
Okay,
Oh,
so that
Is
is still
Valerius
function.
operating at full capacity?
That's a
Oh.
very good question. DM,
Yes.
does Valerius operate at full capacity?
Yes,
Okay,
because
so that's a
technically
conf-
it's its own entity.
Okay, so we take
good.
Valerius' helmet off and put it on Valerius today.
For today, you will be
A
Valerius.
real boy.
No.
And
You've been
Valerius-
promoted,
and
Snowman.
Valerius will be Valerius.
Oh my god.
Lamau. Okay, wait. So you're not feeling okay? Are you fine?
I feel fine. I'm as weak as I was. Beyond that, I just like, for example, Valerius attempts to cast Mold Earth, and the spell, you can see like the snow starts to dig itself slightly to the left and right before it just goes back to where it is. Yep.
Okay, I'll
that's
just
not
give
good.
you a quick checkup just to be sure. And
Yeah.
then I give Valerius a quick normal vitals checkup to see if everything is okay.
So I don't get it. It's a machine. Since when do machines work by feeling?
You know, he's saying that
Oh,
he
no.
can't remember some things.
Okay,
Hey,
boss,
guys, your Wendy is showing.
boss, make
Valerius,
me a
like, pulls out
medicine
his-
check.
Valerius like pulls out his data pad that has like his known
Medicine.
spills, his known
Medicine.
list for the day. It's like,
Oh,
yes,
no.
half of the info is corrupted. Oh no.
Oh, okay. 26. It seems like
Is
he's
homie
got
fine?
some kind of flu. Like
Oh,
he's okay. Valerius, tell me what Dr. Boss sees. Although your mechanics and spells are on the fritz, but what is physically happening to you that she can tell?
Valerius, no. Doc Boss can see that. I don't know how you would rule this, Shah, but the best way I could see, if Doc Boss is able to see like someone's aura or mana, it kind of feels like Valerius's one is flickering at the moment.
I can't see that.
Yup.
No.
Physically he looks fine. Maybe the only indication, heightened pulse, maybe.
I'm an IR. Imagine that Bosk is an IRL doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
more like doctor stuff. So you can say like you have
Heightened-
brain fog. You've got COVID
Uh,
essentially.
Yeah, so Valerius has like heightened pulse right now. He's sweating despite the fact that we're in like near frigid environments.
Hmm. I tell this to everyone.
He has a fever and a cold.
Ghost will walk over to Valerius and give him a warm hug to see it
No.
happen.
Oh,
Does this work?
It feels very warm
Um,
and comfy, but with one hand he attempts to struggle out of the hug to cast something, like he attempts to cast like, mold earth again, and he's like, nope, the snow is still not moving.
And I
That's
will
'cause it's
check
snow.
Ghost's forehead to see if Ghost has a fever, because I can't believe he went up and hugged Valerius.
Nope, Ghost is fine.
Okay.
It regulates temperatures.
I think, other than the slight brain fog and the heightened pulse, should be okay to keep traveling today. You're
Yeah.
saying that some of your spells don't work? Do others work?
Okay, at this
Valerius attempts
point,
to.
Let's
Joe,
just check
you
all
have
your
to mark the spells that you want to not use for today.
Yeah, I will type that. I will type down a list. Don't worry.
Now I just uncheck it from the
You should just
spells.
like RNG.
Yeah.
No, because it's like half. You need to understand that half of my spells are from like racial stuff.
Mm.
So if I uncheck it, I might forget where it's from.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, you know
fair.
what? I'll just like very quickly just add in where each spell comes from, and I'll uncheck it from there.
Yes.
Good idea. Mm.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna
So-
close my eyes, kind of, and just like go down the list.
We are playing Russian
two.
roulette again.
Does this also happen with cantrips, Shah? Because we didn't specify this.
I'm going to say numbered spells because cantrip is like stuff that you have.
Okay.
You
Mold
can
Earthworks, wahoo!
you can
1,
role
2,
play
3.
that it doesn't work. That's entirely up to you. Or you can
Cantrips
make
don't
it
play to
dramatic.
your energy.
18. Wait, hold on. I'm counting the amount of total spells I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. Okay, I lose 11 spells.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes and play roulette now. 1 second.
The easiest thing to do is half of that spell level thingy. So if you have like 6 level
Or just-
1 spells, you get rid of 3.
Or just be like, number your spells 1 to 22 and be like,
Roll dice.
Roll.
random number generate 11 numbers between 1 and 22. And
No
then
repeats.
go with that, yeah.
Anyway,
so I think
while this is
for
happening,
today we just check his equipment. After that, yeah, okay, we know that this will not work. Other, like, you have stuff that
Oh.
will work, and then we proceed from there. And if anything
Mhm.
happens,
Well-
we just operate with half Valerius and
We're
So-
still
and full
traveling today,
Valerius.
right?
Yeah. We can
Valerius
still
has
proceed.
lost. Valerius has lost all of his level 3 spells, so Tiny Hut, Counterspell, Dispel Magic are both gone. Are all 3 gone.
Ooh, no tiny hut's kind of sketchy.
Invisibility
What
is
are they?
gone as well, so as C invisibility.
That's fine.
Whole person's also gone.
That's okay.
I have retained the bulk of my level 1 spells. though.
yeah,
Which is
something.
kinda funny.
Okay.
Hey, Folarius still
okay,
has
yeah.
spells, so
Mhm.
Ah, so we can get.
Full
You can
Valerius
get
can
it.
task can ritual cast Tiny Hut.
yeah,
Ah, okay, very good. Excellent.
there we go. It's
We
fine.
give full Valerius hid pats.
Okay,
for
this happens
functioning.
in the morning, and you have another about 4 hours of travel before you reach the place. So if you want to do anything before you make, you're able to see the building, let me know.
Or a daily ask of see Mr. Adam is awake.
No, I will let you know.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna do that every day. Also, just because we are near Matrix facility, I'm going to touch the bone dust of Master and see if he has any reaction to say is it time yet or it's not. Warm or cold.
It is not time yet. You have to
Okay.
remind me, what is it time for? Disco time? Karaoke time?
The time to reveal
boogie.
the last
The secret.
stone to the word that he wants to say.
Ah, no. That
It's not a
you
time yet.
you
Okay.
you will be told about it, or rather, he'll let you know. He'll call you.
Okay.
His people
alright.
will call your people.
Right, understandable. And then that is it. Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay. Anyone else?
I
Just
don't
vibing.
think we have any preparations to make.
Can
Think-
we just? Do we need to?
Do we
scout?
need to? Do we send Valerius to scout ahead or Mume to scout ahead first?
Do you need scout? Yes.
Well,
what
I
was
can-
Sorry,
asking.
first
I
things
can
first,
say-
is there any road?
Not where you are. Remember, this is you haven't reached there yet. You're 4 hours
Yeah,
away.
we're 4 hours out from the place.
Yeah.
Unless we want to like circle around the whole perimeter first, which
Hmm.
will take like another couple of days,
Nah,
which we
nah,
might
we
want
get
to do.
closer. But
Okay.
okay.
And
Then Ghost
is
will
there
just
any
hunker down in stealth.
is there any particular spells that you think would be particularly useful from Gunlag that
Um,
you're looking to keep since it's a
Locate
new day?
object is one that I think will be
Might
necessary.
be
Do you have a
good.
locate creature?
Cool. Yes, I do have both, but I would need to prep them. So let me just get rid of
Yes,
something else.
Yes.
those are good.
You can
Locate
you
creature
definitely
is
have time to prep.
Yep. I'm doing so. Just
from
figuring out what to
from what
get
we
rid of.
know, the thing is called codename Ivan, is it?
Mm-hmm. Ivan
And
is the codename of the project. Yes.
Yes, the project
yes,
is
and
Ivan.
that's being researched here.
That was being researched back there, but you think it might have been information brought here. You're not sure.
Okay, because the group that was the group of machines that we took down. They were on their way here, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You
And they were
assume
from
so.
there.
Yes.
And they weren't carrying anything in particular
No,
that we
just
found.
the gems.
Okay. Okay. I think that's I don't know. Do you see anything in your spell list that you think might be useful and you're not sure?
I think I've got those two now that I've grabbed. Locate creature and locate object just to be sure.
Yep.
Looking sure as
The
well. This is
rest is a mixture of a little bit of healing, a lot of hurting, and some stuff here and there that looks like it might be useful. When we
Zone
decide to
of
actually move
Truth might be useful.
onward, really?
Potentially, either that or calm emotions if
there
someone happens
is-
to get a
yeah.
bit scared.
If there is also
Yeah, we
people
might be
with
dealing with
Yeah.
civilians.
Yeah,
True, I suppose. Calm
calm
emotions.
emotions probably a
yeah.
better pick over Zone of Truth.
Yeah, I reckon.
both also work. Both also can. We also have the sea situation, so bringing both is not a bad choice.
Yep.
How about your own prep, Valerius?
Well,
Are we badness today? Is it badness Valerius day?
Valerius
Or
probably should
are we
keep
rolling
on.
again?
That
I
honestly
don't know if
depends,
rolling
yeah.
again is a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, out of my spell
No.
list, does anyone have any recommendations on what I should bring? I'm probably gonna retake invisibility as well as obviously all the artificer staples such as identify, detect magic, and such.
Arcane
Invisibility.
lock might be important.
Just
Dispel
Spell
FYI,
magic
illusion.
is a
the
Wait,
must.
roll.
it needs money. Never mind.
Just FYI, the roll that you did is for today.
Okay, so this
Gotcha.
is the day that he has
Yeah.
half his stuff.
This is the day
Yeah,
that
I'm
you have
just like,
half your stuff.
Okay, so we. How does your simulacrum spells work again?
Simulacrum has.
I just don't
1
come
second.
back, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does not come back. Yeah, once it's expended, but it has all
Okay,
of it.
but
of
it
what
has
I should
everything.
have.
Okay.
Does it? Can you double check if it does? Rituals.
1 second. The duplicates a creature partially real and formed ice and snow. It has the same as original hit points. Blah. Illusion uses all statistics of the creature it duplicates except that it's a construct. Simulacrum is friendly to you, so it lacks ability to learn or become more powerful, so it never increases its level or abilities, nor can it regain spell slots. Blah 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 blah. Does not say anything about that. Well, on the basis that it's a complete replicate of me, except the fact it's a contract, it should be able to cast rituals.
Okay. For the moment until I find an adequate thing that says it cannot, I'm going to say you can. So put a note there that says DM say can.
All right, got you. Thank you very much.
Okay. If nothing else, I'm gonna say you make landfall.
Okay,
About
what do we see?
You make landfall far enough away so that you are in the safety of obscurity while you can still see the building. You see a 2-story building with what looks to be window panes on the outside, but they are opaque. It just looks like walls where there should be glass. At a mere glance,
Interesting.
There should be
it would
glass.
look like it was entirely windowless as a singular building.
Valerius pulls out the spyglass.
Okay.
You see wall. I'm kidding.
No, I mean
Anyway.
like beyond than that. Like, can I tell like what kind of material the building is made out of?
You see a lot of stone. The door
Concrete?
is, well, I don't know if concrete has been designed yet, but okay.
Okay.
Stone. Let's just say stone.
Stone. Okay, it's rock.
Various amalgams. Anyway, the from the outside you can't really tell if there's a road because it's been snowed over. However, you do see a very ornate, beautiful and grand water feature, and on it you see 2 children sitting facing each other next to a sign that says "Grow Grand Tree Here." And that
Grow
what?
grand tree.
"Grow Grand Tree Here." It's just a
Oh.
sign,
Okay.
and it
Because
sits
it's Everglades, I get it.
Yeah.
Need a big tree.
Fucking hell.
and it sits just outside what should be 2 heavy doors, but it seems to be barred from entry at the moment. There are signages pointing to gardens and walking paths that have been marked out with pathways. You can tell if it's pathways, although it's been so snowed through, because there are rocks at the side. You know, it's a very pretty rock flanked pathway kind of thing. Like, it's just nice. And more small signages for landscaping. It's like, over here, extra fountain, geraniums here, lilies here. It's clearly an unfinished building and it looks uninhabited.
First question, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Does this building have any chimneys?
It doesn't look like it. Or
We
can't-
can't use the
you
Santa
can't-
Claus method.
tell because there's no smoke coming out, but there's no obvious like pipes.
Valerius is gonna activate
So I was
his armor.
thinking if it's an old building, like before all the 250 years shit happened, it wouldn't have a chimney because it
Oh,
wouldn't be
this-
winter.
This place does not
Oh.
look old. In fact, it looks brand new. It looks so new, there's still signages on it that says landscape is supposed to come.
Yeah, it feels like
Oh.
it's still building in some sense.
Wait, if that's the case, then is there like a plotted out area where the road is supposed to go, or is that still just snow?
Is there construction materials lying around?
No. So imagine a place that is done building, but the only thing that's left going in is landscape.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
gonna ask a
yes,
very stupid
pathways
question,
have
DM.
been plotted out. The roads have been slowed over.
Interesting. Okay.
So if you clean the floor, you could probably find it.
Okay.
Okay, what's your question?
What's the word called? Is there any semblance of vehicles lying around, like carriages, carts, flying carpets per se, to indicate that hey, there's people working here?
Make me an
Signs of people.
investigation check.
Invest. Okay. Does anyone want to
Do
back
you-
me up with this?
Do you
Because-
need help?
Quickly,
Cursory
As we were
glance,
coming
you
here,
can't tell.
we got no bad juju's coming here.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. I'll
Oh, we
roll.
don't feel
Try-
like what Old Man Jaka said.
Mind you,
Try
you're
first.
still like
We're still far away.
500 feet away.
This is
Alright.
all just Valerius looking through his spyglass, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
Mm.
enough.
Like we see what we
Invest.
can see, and then we
I
get closer
will
and do more
flash that so
things.
that becomes a 20.
You you investigate, you look around, you try and focus on any tire marks, any footprints on the snow. You know that there have not been any snowfall recently, so they can't have been snowed over. You don't seem to find anything to show that there are people around and about.
Well, still looking through the
Okay.
spyglass, Valerius will report this to parties like, hey guys, I don't see any carriages, horses, carts, even footprints for that matter. I'm not sure if anyone's even inside. And if they're inside, they must have been inside for a few days and at best.
Any visible surveillance?
Would I need to make a separate check?
I would say you would need to go closer.
Okay, Valerius.
Let's review our information on the place again. What's it supposed to be?
If it is shown
A
to
medical
be,
research facility.
and by the looks of it, it sounds to be like what its counterpart would feel like from the other one, which is a open to the public resort type of deal where people can come in and go.
Yes, there was some research on a air quotes black ooze happening in Bloomington, but because of outbreak or infestation, they were planning on moving things here.
Yes, I heard that as well.
Valerius, do you still have the gems that we managed to extract from the machines?
Valerius holds them out in hand. Yep.
Aside from these, there weren't any other items of note that they were carrying, yes?
Valerius shakes his head.
So either they were just moving themselves as machinery, or these, like, there's information in these?
In the
Are they like
crystals?
storage? Yes.
Valerius shakes his head. More likely they're just power sources.
I see.
There was information on the crystals. That's how you found out about this place.
Oh yes, my bad. I was thinking of another crystal.
The
Yes, there
yeah.
is.
Just a reminder, those crystals, there's one big topaz and one tiny ruby that goes into the topaz. Just FYI.
Right,
yeah.
right. Okay. Valerius does relay this information.
We have art in the
Yes,
Discord.
with
Chat
art
through
of,
it.
Oh.
Ert.
of us waiting for for boss to pee.
I'm
I
going
said I
to share
wanted to
this.
check
They're
that out.
all cats.
Why are they all cats?
It's
I
because
love
how
it.
it's because of how cats sit
This
near
is-
you when you
This
use
is
the
too
toilet.
good. Wait, let me
Very
share.
wonderful.
Very good.
Even the non-cats are
Big.
now cats.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. I
Right.
appreciate.
So, okay. So there is
I like how you can tell which cat is who immediately.
Without problem.
All right. What I was going to say. So there is information being delivered, at least from what we know of. What
That's
Valerius
what we're
was saying.
assuming those things were moving, yes.
Mm. So they are not moving any manpower or resources. They are moving information. I don't know. It feels weird.
Why?
Does that mean that there's already people here working and they only need to relay the information to here to
No,
continue the
consider
research?
this. Bloomington is supposed to be some kind of a spa resort for rich people, not some place where you conduct research on black ooze. So that means they must have a separate area that the public doesn't know about.
Nod, nod.
I would not be surprised if the public was also used in experiments.
Nod, nod, nod.
Also here, by the looks of the place they're going to like design, is going to be public as well.
Yes.
So is that the only information you had? Like just Project Ivan name and nothing else?
And that's all Valerius shared.
Uh,
Was
I
there
don't know.
anything else, Valerius, that
I no, yeah,
uncovered?
I believe there's nothing else. But
Yeah,
Because
that
all
shouldn't.
the information I have is from what he extracted out of the machines.
That should be
Yeah.
it. There shouldn't be anything else.
yeah,
Yep,
I
that's all
don't
we
know.
know.
But I don't know. I just
Valerius, make me an Arcana check.
Do I
Arcana.
Archana,
D4
18.
1 sec.
Does that include
20.
20.
Yeah.
You think from the fact that, that putting the crystal into your tablet flagged your location to
Mhm.
her, you think that this set of crystals might be half of another set of crystals that might produce more information. So it's like half a thumb drive.
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. I'm gonna find the other half.
And it could have been in one of the other machines, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't like collect everything from all the machines. Like this is just like
This is just
randomly we
one.
chose this one. Yeah.
Yep.
Some were destroyed.
Yep.
There could have
Or
been
the
more.
two,
You
yeah.
don't know.
So we might have just left it in the snow. It might not be already here, but it
it's
could
also
be.
not safe
you know,
to go back
We just keep.
anyway.
Yeah, we're not going back. No.
Yeah. So Mume will just express that it feels weird, but it just can't put a word in that feeling. Like feels strange and doesn't know why it is strange. Like it doesn't make sense in a way, but I cannot explain what does make sense.
No ghosts.
I look around.
What
I
feels
don't.
weird?
Yeah, I look around. I don't see any
It is
unalive people.
devoid of spirits from the distance that you are right now.
Right.
Is that
I-
surprising?
One, no, because of this thing, but also very empty. I don't know. Just
It's
feels like
not
something
finished yet, but they probably have a secret area somewhere.
that's
We should
there
proceed carefully
with
and
caution. Yes.
Can you make Floaty invisible and send it in, Valerius?
I'm sorry, I cut out for a quick second. Could you repeat that, Bob Floaty?
Can you make Floaty invisible and send it in?
Not a problem. Valerius yoinks Floaty from the sky, just like, all right, hold still for a minute, buddy. Then he like flips him over and takes a tiny little chip and just puts it on his belly, and Floaty disappears.
Okay. I'm assuming you cast the spell?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll just yeet him towards the facility.
Is it your spell or the simulacrum?
It is mine. I'm saving the simulacrum's one for combat.
Okay. Right. It goes towards the facility. I remind you that it can only survey and give back
When it's
visual
stationary.
feed when it's stationary. Yeah, so
Does floating count?
no, it needs to land.
Okay, it needs to park. Okay.
Yep. It's a bit like you have to situate the camera so you don't get shaky cam.
Yep.
Also, you can speak to it, right? I forgot how
Yes.
far you can speak to it for because you're about 500
A
away.
mile.
Okay, good enough.
God damn.
I remember asking you this, and you said a mile is fine. I was like, okay.
Yes. I feel like that works.
Very nice. Very
Free.
nice.
Okay. So, what directions do you give Floaty?
Well, I'll get him to survey the area first. So, is it possible for him to just find like a small snow dune that's like close-ish to the facility, just park on it so we can get a better closer look from the outside first?
There are several trees that you can find instead of dunes.
Okay, that works. Yeah, just
that
park there.
okay. And it's pretty close. I would say about 40 feet away from the entrance where the fountain is. Floaty lands and starts projecting images of the area to you. Closer, you can now see some semblance of a road just in front, past the fountain, in between the fountain and the entry. You see two signages on the left and right of the fountain that says garden, both on the left and right. Floaty surveys the garden. It sees a beautiful sort of what should be like a bonsai inspired Zen garden, because you see a flat that should be filled with sand. You see comfortable seating. You also see like a 2 or 3 outdoor chess sets. The garden
Outdoor
on
chess sets.
the garden on
Okay,
the
interesting.
right side. Yeah, that was the left. This is
Oh,
the
sorry.
right.
I just want to interject really quickly before you continue, Shah. Valerius has his tablet open so everyone can see this.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
On the right side, you see the other garden. This one is more pots, just many pots and embankments where you think plants should be parked. And Floaty is near enough to zoom into the signs that says more geraniums, lilies, orchids, mango tree, and there's nothing else from the front. Do you want Floaty to keep going?
We'd like to get a 360 view of it first, so we'll go from front, then we'll go to like east, and then south, and then west. Basically, go in a circle clockwise.
Okay, so Floaty starts moving again. You lose camera feed, but you can still hear Floaty recounting that it's going to the garden on the left and it's going around. All the while, it's telling you that building looks like
Oh.
there's no windows. But
Sorry, I should have specified. When he goes around, I want him to like affix for a minute so we can see before he moves on to the next section.
okay, it does that. So it's going to land wherever it can land, on the chairs, on the seats, and stuff like that. And it is going to observe, like do a 360 pan, and what you see is the building in front of you. Again, it looks like it should have windows where windows should be, but instead of window pane, it is just opaque, like solid, and it blends into the walls. But you know there should be
Very quick
windows there.
question. Can I get Floaty to like change angles? So like, let's say like he's looking at this from like eye height right now. What happens if he like floats slightly higher and looks down? Can he see like reflection on those panes?
There's no reflections on the pane. It doesn't reflect anything outside.
Interesting.
You don't need Floaty to move to do that.
Okay, got it. All right, continue going then.
It moves around. This is when you see a door that goes out into the garden. Again, it's not open, and the door is also opaque, and it seems to be barred heavily. You see a beautiful ornate sign that says sunroom. Next to the sunroom, there's another room called the orchid room. Again, with ornate doors that should have glass, but it doesn't, and it's barred. Outside of these rooms, there are very comfortable chairs. You know the chairs that are made of rattan and they're just hanging? Next to that, you have little ponds that should be filled with, you think, water lilies, maybe guppies. Floaty rises up again, you lose the feed, and it parks itself in a new place. You can still see the orchid room, but this time you also see a grand patio. You see beautiful chairs and tables that are supposed to be for the outdoors. You see something that looks like a banquet table probably for a buffet, and you see another garden. This garden goes further in, or rather further out from the building. There's no further signage, and this time it is not as ornate as the two front gardens, but it does seem to be leading down towards something else. Floaty asks you, do you want to go left down the garden, or do you want to go around the patio?
Give Valerius a moment. He is away.
Oh, okay. In the meantime, what are y'all doing?
I'm just trying to see, like, by the tablet that Valerius showed, there is a road that is being covered by snow right now. It leads me to believe that there might be cities nearby if they are trying to build something like what the Bloomington Medical Facility is.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I know of, there is no city or towns around here.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Good
Yeah. So who is
observation.
this for?
Yes,
But if
because
you also remember them mentioning that they have not seen travelers actually cross the wilds to reach across the map.
Right.
mm,
You
right.
mean like
So
from to Bloomington?
No, to Folsom City.
to
The Jaka and the rest say they have not seen merchant caravans from the dome. How would they
Okay.
arrive?
So they might just be like teleporting in.
Very
Unless we
much so.
follow the road, we will likely not find out. Which we
Sha,
could do after, I suppose.
do
All of you make
Mume
me an intelligence check to, like,
Sha,
intelligence Reiki on Jaka.
oh,
Like
okay.
flat int.
Yeah.
I want to ask, do Mume know that there are travelers that use teleportation technique to go into Fosun for trading? Because that sounds
You know that
unlikely.
teleportation is only used by people who are uh under matriarch employ, because not many people have that technology and not many people are allowed to.
Yeah.
Can we get an intelligence check from Mume, please?
Right, I will. Straight intelligence.
Intelligentsia. How smart is we?
Okay, I would say an 18 and a 19. Um, you think about what Ghost said, also what Old Man Jaka said, and you also remember that he tends to avoid very public areas.
Ah, okay. So it could
So
just be that he doesn't see them because he doesn't
doesn't go
use the
there.
damn roads.
Yeah. So most likely near the seashore side there should have a road that is goes across the land that he never went there before.
Maybe, or
For
maybe like mentioned earlier, like they travel with guards. Maybe.
mm,
And he
for
avoid
Mume,
those.
you would
Hmm?
also know that people come to trade in Folsom quite often, especially if they have money.
Yeah. So I do know, however, that there are people who goes to Folsom to trade in and out. So there are people who's moving around and most likely not teleporting, from what I understand.
hmm Okay. So maybe there is like a settlement nearby that just no one we've met knows about.
Most likely.
How likely is that? I asked the siblings.
Um, how, like, well, what do you mean?
Is there like how likely is it that there is an like a city or settlement nearby that no one we've met knows about?
that question still stands from Van, who looks at you with eyes full of what? I well, if
Like, given the people that we've met, like, do they come by here often? Like,
I don't think so. I mean, I remember old man Jaka saying that he tried to come here, but he got the heebie-jeebies.
mm-hmm. Which
So I
I'm
don't.
sure we'll experience in due time.
She nods. I'm kind of hesitant to go closer, considering what old man Jaka said. I don't think we're near enough to feel the thing. As far as hidden cities here, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. This kind of place would be very lax.
Question for DM. Does people know that about like the openness of Frozen City? Like, do they know the entrance to that city or no?
The entrance is a closely guarded open secret.
Okay, so
If you don't know,
Okay.
you don't know. If you know, you know.
okay, so I have wild hunch, but let's just say intelligent. Um, using my own intelligence to guess that there likely would have been a place that might be also underground that is may or may not passageway has been hidden,
Mm-hmm.
like how you would not know where is the entrance to Fosen is, though you know the city of Fosen, but you don't know how to get in
Do you mean for this facility?
for a nearby town at least
Okay,
that we may or may not know.
right. Well, either way, I
My
think we need to get closer to.
to this facility, yes. I
Yes. So,
also would like to know if it is linked to somewhere, but the road is covered by snow.
I
Is the
think
problem. I want to see if it's going north or south.
you, from the image taken from Valerius's little tripod, you can't tell whether it's going north or south because right now, what you can see from the video feed is that it's it's basically the entrance lobby. So the road is like going in a circle.
All right. Okay.
You can't see any
Uh.
roads that go out.
yep.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Also,
From
because Joe is not here, I'm going to say that um
What
from
about me not
what
being
you've
here?
seen. Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay,
you're
you're back.
back.
You're back.
I just got back. Sorry.
Just to say, it is. You think it's safe enough for you to get closer to the area as Floaty starts moving further and further away.
Okay.
Is
Right.
it
So we can probably creep closer.
yeah,
Uh,
ghosts will approach stealthily.
okay, Ghost,
do
are you
you okay?
breaking away from them?
I think we'll all
He'll
approach
inform them that he's
stealthily.
moving forward, but he's keeping to the tree line or keeping down. Like not
I
walking
will
in the
say you're
open.
keeping
I
down because the trees are pretty
There's no trees.
sparse.
They're on the other
yes.
side, I
Okay,
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
keeping down, then camouflaging white and white.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we all
Uh,
approach carefully, or do
You
you want to
can
go alone,
definitely.
Ghost?
Yep.
I would like to approach as
okay.
well. Valerius belly
I
crawls
do
over.
want to raise a question to the group. If you want me to use my ghost walk ability to go inside to
Well,
check.
not yet. We're
Okay.
still
No, we have to get
we're
nearer
still
first.
500 feet
Oh,
away.
No,
yes.
no.
Okay,
When I
how-
get close to it.
How
No, that is
close to
yeah.
the building do you want to take a step now? Because from 500 to
Um,
150.
Valerius will
300?
risk it to 50.
okay, Valerius. Those who
I
are trying
think
to stealth, please make me a stealth check.
Okay.
Valerius
Yeah.
does also additionally cast Invisi on himself, so he will recall Floaty and give it to
Okay.
Ghost.
Okay.
Okay.
So should we wait here, or do you want us
Uh,
to come with?
Ghost will go up to 200 feet, which is like good enough to sprint in close if anything happens. But
Okay.
like,
Do you want to
Ask the dog
be?
boss. I think
Yeah.
Does Ghost want to be on the left side or the right side? Do you want to be on the Zen garden or the flower garden side?
well, there's not much of any flowers. The one that has more rocks because that's cover.
I would say Zen
Zen
garden.
garden.
Yep.
Yeah, Zen garden.
Keep that in mind. So Valerius, I don't know if you, how far did you get before you had to BRB for Floaty?
I did not. Oh, Floaty got like within spitting distance, considering he was sitting on the
No, no, no.
furniture.
As in, what did you hear?
Oh,
Did you get to the patio?
I heard outdoor chess.
Shit. Oh my god. Okay, you missed the orchid room, you missed the patio, and you missed the garden that goes to the lake. So Floaty has a decision to make before you recalled him, to either continue towards the garden on the left or circle around the building towards you.
Okay.
But since you are recalling, he will do neither and go back to you and become uninvisible. And you are here now.
I will make
50
stealth
feet
checks.
away. Left garden. Are you hiding behind the fountain or are you at garden
No,
flower?
because Valerius has casted invisibility in himself with his armors of energy, he's just gonna creep up right to the front door, or
Okay.
where he assumes the front door is gonna be.
Okay.
I
Bosk is
will
fine.
follow Ghost for the record.
Bosk is
So
fine.
that is a 28.
Ghost. Where is Ghost? Where is
Ghost hasn't
stealth?
stealth checked yet.
Exactly.
Haven't. Yeah, he hasn't rolled yet.
Come, give us a stealth check, Mr. Ghost.
Good enough.
Oh dear,
Uh,
it's okay.
Bosk-
There's nothing to see us.
Bosk, you managed to follow Ghost, and while
Moving
you
snow.
follow him, you make sure the snow behind you is also bothered, so it doesn't pick up your footprints. Valerius, you do the same thing. As you sneak, you wipe.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
I would follow Valerius. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I will actually leave the carpet with Gunlog. Yeah, I'll
So
leave the carpet
Gunlog
with
and
Gunlog.
the twins.
Yep.
Okay. So Gunlock and the twins are waiting in the distance, keeping an eye. Do you lend her your tablet and or floaty, or your seeing eyeglass?
Floaty goes to Ghost because
Okay.
he is also stealthing.
Mhm.
The twins and Gunlog gets the eyeglasses as well as the tablet.
Okay. Just keep this in mind when you want to shenanigans. They
Okay.
will be able to see floaty if you choose to.
Okay.
All right. You are now very, very near the front door. You see the door and it is barred. Next to you is Mume, who is not invisible unless you also made Mume invisible.
I can't hold more than one invisibility.
Yeah. But I
Okay.
have good stealth, I believe.
Mume
Upcast
is
invisibility.
yeah. Oh, but he is like a half caster with no level 3
Yeah.
spells.
Ah,
Oh well.
yeah.
Mume,
Yeah,
you
I believe in that.
find a pillar to stand behind. You make sure that people can't see you. Your stealth is pretty okay.
Right.
Both of you see that the door is barred. There's a metal sort of bar in front of it that you cannot just unlock.
We can talk to them through Floaty, yes? Or to
I
Valerius,
believe-
anyway.
You can talk to Floaty, and then Floaty will relay to Valerius.
Relay the info.
Yeah,
And vice versa?
correct. Yeah. So to make it easy, I'm just gonna pretend you guys are talking to each other.
Yes. Are there any signs of people being here recently?
Are you asking them?
Now that you guys are there? Yes.
Ah.
Ask Valerius, please, Floaty.
Floaty relays.
Now that we are close, there's definitely no footprints.
It's
There's
gone.
no. Oh,
Okay.
Valerius
I'm gonna
gone.
say
Oh, no.
Valerius relays this, and then Kang will reply.
Oh, I swear to God. I'm so
Um,
sorry. What did I miss?
It's fine.
It's
Uh,
fine.
It's okay. You're looking for signs of people having been there recently.
There
Oh, okay.
doesn't
Ask my
seem
boss.
to be any people recently. Also, you can't see through. You're still outside.
Yes. No, I mean like outside, because earlier we couldn't look for footprints and things because we were
Yeah.
like way far. So
Now that I'm 50
they're-
feet away,
Now you're at the front door.
I'm
Now
like,
he's in it.
yes.
You do see security cameras, but they don't seem to be plugged in.
Oh, that's a blessing in disguise. Okay.
And you don't see any footprints. You don't see any signs of, like human life, sentient life.
I will power on the whatchamacallit, the tablet for the twins and Gunlock to look through, and then I will whisper into my helmet so that Ghost hears that there's surveillance cameras here, but they're not plugged in yet. Additionally, there doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Not plugged in means like they've never been turned on before. Like the hardware is here, but they're not.
Yeah, the
powered.
hardware's
The wires
here,
are not
but
plugged
the
in.
wires, there's no wires. It's like pretend CCTV at the moment.
Oh, they just hang. It's just
okay.
there.
The cameras are
Oh,
mounted,
yes,
the
yes.
wiring is not put in yet.
Yeah.
Good
Okay.
to know. Thanks for the information.
Okay. Is it safe for us to join you then?
Valerius
Do you-
says, hold that thought for a moment while Valerius gets a bit more closer.
Yep.
Can I, like, the door is open, right? That's how I can see
No,
through
no,
this
no, no, no.
nonsense, right?
You
No,
cannot
the
see
door is-
through. You're still seeing
Oh,
outside.
right.
The door is
What the-
closed and barred, and you cannot unlock it.
It's it's obviously barred from the outside, right?
From what you
Or
can
is it
see
barred?
at the moment,
Okay.
it's barred from the outside. You don't know what's going on inside at all. Like, it's
Okay,
opaque.
I'm gonna
Go
make a quick
listen
walk
at
around.
the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make a quick walk around and verify how dead of people this place is real quick. Do I need to make a separate stealth check?
Walking around the area is going to take you about 30 minutes brisk walk. If you don't stealth.
Oh, this place is huge, right?
Yep, this is a facility, not a house.
This lasts for an hour. I do not have that time.
Yes.
Yep.
I could just
Let's call
put
us
my
in.
head in. I could just put my head in and to see if it's like lights on or off.
Wait, hold up.
Most-
Out of sheer curiosity, does Valerius have line of sight to Mume?
I'm hiding close to you. And you are
He's
in-
Make
near
me
you, so
a
yes.
perception check, because he is
Oh,
stealthy.
right, I'm 27. Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, buddy, you have like the same stealth check I do. What are you
Yeah,
talking
both of you
about?
cannot see each other.
It's like,
but
okay,
I
we
need-
roughly know where we are, but almost there.
No,
You
you
know
don't
what?
know where he is.
You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it for the sake of this is important. Flash, that becomes a 29.
Okay, you follow the snow trail. It's not footprints, it's just like, you know, they've been brushed. Then you
Hmm.
follow him to behind a pillar.
Message. So I let what's it called? I let Mumi know through message that okay, it looks like there's no one here. Security is not powered on at the moment, as in like the cameras and such. Can you poke your head through and see if there's anyone inside?
I can.
That's
do
his
that.
once per day use, though, right?
Yes, that.
But it lasts for like 10 minutes.
It lasts for 10 minutes. It is. I can do that. I can do that.
There's nothing stopping him from poking his head in and looking back out.
Yeah.
Yes.
and to be
If there is, then there's a problem. Okay.
Suddenly face to face with a security guard. It's like, oh shit.
So okay. I will reply. I can do that, and then I will quietly and stealthily, as best as I can, to get through the front door that is barred, and then I will use my ghost walk and face my head in, but I will not hold it for 6 seconds because I will take damage if I do.
He's gonna
Uh,
be like, boo.
I will go in,
Boo.
look for like 5 seconds, scan around, make sure there's no people, and then like quickly pull my head out.
Okay. Within the 5 seconds, nothing hinders you from phasing through. You look around, you see a beautiful reception desk in front of you with a backdrop that has a gorgeous painting of an Everglades. Who'd have think?
Who'd have thunk, right?
On top of that reception desk, this is what you see in 5 seconds, okay? On top of that reception desk is a bunch of easels that hold up brochures. You think you have to go closer to tell. You look around, you see seats for people to sit down, you see a sign that says toilet, you see a sign that says cafe. That's about as much as you can tell before you have to duck out again.
Is there
People
light?
or lights?
No,
Are there lights?
no
there?
lights, no people. It is it is actually really bright because it looks like there's light filtering through the walls.
Oh, okay.
Gasp.
I quickly come out and I not sure how message work and I look around.
You can just
Look around.
whisper. The
I don't
assumption
know
is
how
he's there
close it.
somewhere.
Yeah, I look around while still in ghost form, and then I just shake my hands like there's no people there, but I point up the ceiling and then make a shining bright sign that means there's still light apparently.
Okay, Valerius relays this information to Ghost. It appears that that the main entrance, the welcoming area, is deserted. However, lights are still on.
All right. Looks like it's potentially break-in time.
I would also like to just let you know that when you relay messages through Floaty, he literally repeats everything you say in your tone, but with his
But
voice.
with his voice.
Ghost will say, "Oh, we're with Floaty. I think we'll stay out here and let you do the recon, but we're ready to support if you need it."
Okay, thanks for helping. We're going in.
Oh no.
That's what you'll sound like.
Yeah, that is fair.
It's everybody
Well,
on
if-
helium.
If
Okay.
they're going in, we should probably join them and bring Gunlog, no?
At least able to have her closer without that much of a long distance travel.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyway,
Both
I,
of them are fast runners, and one of them's invisible. I think
they
I
they
count
have
as
they
invisible.
have a
they have ways.
what was it that
They also have the
mat?
carpet.
Yeah, the carpet.
Yeah,
They could just float over.
I would rather us stay out here and not compromise a mission because the lights are on means someone could be home.
Yep.
No, the
Anyway,
lights aren't on. The light is shining
Aren't.
through the walls.
Yeah, but
Yep.
Mume doesn't know. Mume said the light is on.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, you
that's
can
what-
tell that the light's coming from outside.
No, wait. Sorry, guys. The light isn't coming from outside because remember it was opaque.
No,
So
the
it's
light
no,
is
no,
coming
light.
from
the light
outside.
is coming in from outside. It's magic wall.
Wow.
Alright.
Okay. All right.
All
Wait,
right.
then can
Mume-
they see outside of the building?
You don't know. Mume only
Okay,
had 5
that's-
seconds to
Yeah, I
peek
only have
left
5
and right.
seconds to pick. Yeah.
Okay.
Once
Alright,
Mume
so-
goes in properly, then he can tell you for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Alright, so-
we'll stay put.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna message to Mume. Mume, head in and scope out the area real quick. I'm gonna suss out the lock.
And I nod and then I just walk in.
Okay, you
Okay.
walk in, and just a reminder, you have 10 minutes, which is a
Right.
very limited amount of things to do. You have the reception around you, in front of you. You have seats to your left and your right. You have on the left side toilets, on the right side a cafe. You don't know where everything else goes. You know there's a corridor as well on the right side of the reception. And as you turn around, instead of being confronted with floor to ceiling walls, you are confronted with glass. And you can see everything outside.
Every part of the wall is glass.
Just think of floor to ceiling glass wherever it faces outside.
Oh no, it's the Avengers Tower.
Is wait. So I know
Just-
the walls
it's a
are
hotel.
glass. Okay, so the walls are glass. Is the floor is glass as well?
No, just the things that are facing outside.
Okay, so the
Just the
walls and the
windows. Just
ceiling.
the windows.
Okay, okay, just the
And
walls.
the door that you face through is beautiful. It is carved with very ornate, very detailed flower motifs. And it is indeed also barred from the inside.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. All right, at least we got
Um,
one person in.
All right.
I will say
Just
you have enough time to either go left or right.
I will first.
I'm gonna check down.
I want to ask. The bard, is it like a difficult, like the bard, like very, like they make it
It's a
very hard to
metal
open.
bar.
It's just a bar. It's not like a lock and
Like
stuff. It's just
well,
the...
you don't know if it's locked. You know the outside one is locked.
okay.
Okay. I would at least attempt to see if I can get this one open.
To do that you need to not be a ghost.
Oh,
Never mind. Suss out your thing first. I'll figure something out.
okay.
Hopefully.
Then I'll go to the instead of going left to right, I want to go to the counter to
Uh-huh.
see if they have and if they have
A
already have
button that unlocks the
not,
door.
not just that. I want to see that if they have already have like besides the brochure, if they have like documents like stuff like to greet people, to sign something, or if they have anything of that those sort already prepared here.
You don't see any ledgers for guests, but you do see stacks, boxes of brochures. Welcome to the Everglades, where anything that you need for your health and wellness will be attended to you and for you. You know, things like that.
Okay.
And then there's like price lists, like a 3-day retreat, a 1 week retreat, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months.
Is it just going a platinum worth all the way up and more pricey?
Yeah, it's let's just say it starts off at 500 GP.
Jesus Christ, 5 platinum. Okay, in that case, I will. Is there already a sign to say like besides the toilet, is there like bar here and then like
No,
this side is those?
you would have to go deeper in to get more information, but you can tell from where you are, from the reception, there's a cafe and the toilets. You would have to go much deeper to see where anything else is.
Okay, so based on what I remember, the garden is to the left side, right?
There are two gardens. Left
The
side,
not the Zen garden where
Zen Garden is on the left where your friends are. And
yeah.
that is
So
same side as the toilets.
going to that side just to check out what's going on there.
So you go to the toilet?
The left side. Oh, left side is the toilet. Like they have signs as toilet.
Yes.
And that end.
You don't know. It's a toilet.
Uh, right side has no signs.
Right side has a sign that says cafe.
Sorry, I need to make a move, but
Oh.
I'll catch up with you next time.
Okay.
Okay,
With that,
that guy might-
why don't we hold on to
We
that
stop
and
it,
we'll
yeah.
continue next week because there is
Yeah.
2 players
Okay,
out. Thank you for playing, everybody. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Okay.
All
Right.
right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.